Hello, believers, non-believers, and everyone in between. You're listening to Stories with Sapphire. I am Sapphire Sandalo. Now get cozy and open your mind because it's story time.
Hello, everyone. Oops, my thing is too far. Welcome to Stories with Sapphire Live. I'm Sapphire Sandalo, and this is the live stream that I do every Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I read your emails, and the email is right here on screen. Send your stories to storieswithsapphire@gmail.com. What's up, Dragon of the West, Lee, Alien, Scrimbley the Third, Angel Sandoval, Myra Arguez, Gamer Nate, Divine Beast, Denise Vasquez, Drucy, Omega Libra, Abigail Tantrum, Rat of the Sewer, Finley, welcome. Do you guys like my shirt? It says anxiety attack. So you can't see the whole thing. Oh my god, my hair is disgusting. So I have a kind of long urban legend I wanted to read that, who sent this? They did not put their name. It says Anonymous Dev Art. It's called Vegas Illusion. I have not read this through. I'm going to start with this one because it's a little longer, and then I have a couple short ones in case we still have time. But, at the end of the stream, like always, I will do a collective reading for everybody, so I'll pull a card for us. And then it'll be your message for the rest of the week. Thank you for the super chat, Adam. Sapphire, so first, are you going to release any more of your songs? Second, what's the current record for highest super chat? I don't know about the record. I'd have to look back at previous ones. I want to say maybe 50. I feel like someone sent 50 once. And then release more of my songs. I am actually in the process of writing a horror musical. And when I say in the process, I mean still just mapping out the story. But I do eventually want to start writing the music for it soon. But I don't know when I would actually release that. So that wasn't helpful at all. But I might start writing music just for funsies because I need a project that doesn't have an ultimate goal. You know what I mean? I feel everyone needs to have goals that don't actually serve a purpose. You just do it because you like to do it. And that it's weird when you are in a creative field because you're like, but I like what I do. But then everything becomes work. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's not why we're here. All right. You ready for this crazy looking story called Vegas Illusion? Here we go. Hey, I am a big fan of your scary stories online, and I'm just wondering if you can make a video of this legend that I've been reading recently. I'll be really pleased if you make a video of this on your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for reading this. When going to Las Vegas, ride the rides from places like New York, and the Stratosphere, gamble away your money in a drunken state on a few hands of poker, or take a complete stranger back to your expensive hotel room. Or perhaps you'd prefer a magic show from Cirque du Soleil or David Copperfield. I would suggest this option for your first night in Sin City. Real magic is to be found in Vegas, but not on the Strip, oh no. For a true experience that will make you believe in the realm of magic, you must seek out master illusionist Mephisto Centurion. To see his astounding performance, drive off the Las Vegas Strip past the airport and keep going until you reach Desert. Be sure you make this journey after midnight, for Mephisto's act is only to entertain the nightlife. Once it seems like you've made a wrong turn, stop your car, get out, and peer across the night desert. You won't see anything at first, but then a hotel shrouded in darkness will catch your eye. Leave your vehicle behind and approach the hotel in the distance. You will notice that no lights are on in this hotel, but don't be fooled. It is plenty occupied. Walk up to the hotel's entrance and knock on the glass doors, which will swing open. The entire lobby will be dark and no one will be there to greet you, so bring a flashlight as you enter the building and make your way through a large, empty casino, following the signs hanging from the ceiling that will direct you to the hotel's theater. While there, no one will be around. If you get the sense that you're being watched, you're correct, but don't let that feeling hold you back. Continue to follow the signs until you come to 2 large golden doors with many faces sculpted on them. These doors will open for you, and to your surprise, you will find an enormous, bright theater filled with hundreds of people you didn't even know were there. It will be a full house, but 1 seat will still be available in the front row. Take it. It's yours. Once you are, sorry, that phrase is actually an inside joke with me and my husband, so that's like really funny that it specifically says that. Once you are seated, the lights will dim, the curtains will open, and the great Mephisto Centurion will appear in a flash of light on stage, dressed entirely in black with a cape, top hat, and a long black beard and mustache. He will have a wide variety of tricks up his sleeve that will astonish you, so try not to blink. The beginning part of his act typically consists of card tricks, like making a card float in the air right out of the deck, or making the card appear on the other side of the room. Something even more mind-boggling is when he takes a real sword and impales himself right through the stomach. This special trick isn't even performed inside a box. It looks like the sword is actually going through his body, and he'll pull it straight out and be just fine. He can also make real animals and automobiles disappear and reappear at his command. His talents are endless. Fire will accompany many of his acts, and you will find yourself cheering and applauding with amazement, but in the back of your mind, you'll be thinking that nothing you saw actually happened in real life. Once this thought crosses your mind, Mephisto will ask for a volunteer and point directly at you. He tells the audience that he will make you disappear. How can you resist such an honor to be part of his legendary act? A spotlight will shine upon you, and the whole audience will join in to give you encouragement. Stand up and get on stage where the real experience will begin. You may have seen disappearing acts before, and you'll probably think that a trap door will open and then Mephisto's assistants will help you back to your seat while everyone claps for you. Instead, you'll feel the most intense rush of your life. Mephisto, at nearly 7 feet tall, will loom over you and inform the crowd that the trick is about to begin. He'll have you tell everyone your name and what you do for a living. Then, he'll have you stand atop a platform and wave his hands at you while chanting words of an ancient language. At a certain point during his speech, you'll notice his eyes glowing an eerie purple, and before you can scream, a beam of white light will engulf you. After the light comes the darkness, but it only lasts for a few moments before you're flying through a wormhole at a very fast rate beyond your control. It will be quite a thrill, so don't close your eyes. When you reach the end of the wormhole, the next thing you know, you'll be soaring high in the air above the stratosphere, and an invisible force will keep you up there. The feeling of the wind will make you realize that it's not a dream. Don't be afraid to swoop down over the Vegas Strip that glows in the night. Enjoy this flying sensation. Don't even question it. Just have fun while you can, because it won't go on for too long. Before you know it, you'll be teleported inside a lion's habitat at the Mirage. A lion will wake up and approach you, and you'll run for your life, frantically searching for an exit, but there will be none. The ferocious beast will eventually have you cornered and ease in for the kill. In fear, you'll curl into a ball, shut your eyes, and prepare for the end. When you open your eyes again, you'll be in a dark room with a wide opening at the top. You'll realize all too quickly that you're standing inside the Mirage's volcano, and the show is about to start. You may scream loudly in hopes that someone will rescue you, but it will be too late. A ball of fire will come for you, and there will be no way to escape it. Just seconds from your impending doom, there will be another flash, and you'll be back at your seat, sweating and trembling as you suddenly hear clapping from everyone in the theater. Mephisto knows your journey was intense, but he was there with you the entire time to guide you along your way. He welcomes you back and thanks you. Then he bids the crowd farewell and vanishes. Converse with the crowd if you wish, then make your way back through the dark lobby. As soon as you exit the hotel, there will be another flash, and then it will be morning, and you'll be in your own hotel room with no memory of how you got there. That's when the realization comes that the magic trick isn't over, and it never will be. Don't bother looking for this place in the daytime. You won't find it. If you look up Mephisto Centurion online, all that exists will be a single article titled, Vegas Hotel Burns, Illusionist Goes Missing. This article was written in 1960, only a few days before the famous El Rancho Hotel burned down, which was a far bigger story. The hotel was called the Vegas Illusion, and Mephisto's act was the main attraction. Little did the audience that attended know their entertainer was completely out of his mind. He committed arson that night, burning the whole place down with the intent of taking himself with it. Many guests fled, but some did not make it out alive, and their remains were never found. Mephisto, real name Albert Torrance, worshipped an ancient god who promised him great power if he sacrificed his body, and he would do it in the most dramatic way possible with one show. Now, he has abilities you can't possibly comprehend, and he'll be entertaining you for all eternity. You can ask for help from the people around you, but they won't hear you because, well, you're dead. You died the second you got out of your car and stepped into a dark abyss that consumed you. There was never a hotel. There was never an audience. There was only him and his beloved act. How do I know all of this? I am the creator of the magic realm. I am amongst you, and I invite you to the show of a lifetime. I promise that my dear apprentice will make it all worthwhile. Whoa, what? That was a ride. That was a roller coaster. Let's see, live stream, red. That was cool. I have actually, is this a legend that people are familiar with? Or is this one, can't tell if they wrote it. They said that they read. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat now. Adam Lombardo, hashtag new record, put it toward the horror musical. Thank you so much for your super chat and for beating the record. What if I said the record was like something super stupid high? Ishank Chibur, thank you. I don't know what currency that is, but it's 179. Either way, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But I don't know what currency that is. Either way, thank you. Sorry, I was getting lost in the chat. Yeah, that was a cool story. And thank you all for the super chats. So I have another couple ones. This one seems interesting. Here we go. Hi, I would like to be called Ivy. I am a new fan. I wanted to tell you about something I went through at a house I will never forget. So I was about 8 or 6 years old. I can't really remember, but it was night and I was in my room. At the time, I didn't like sleeping alone because I was afraid of the dark. So I wasn't really asleep. I was just laying down. Sorry, I have hiccups. I didn't feel like getting up to turn on the light, so I just laid there, trying to fall asleep. After about 5 minutes, I was about to fall asleep until I heard my brother call me. I was facing the wall, so I had to turn around to see him. So that's what I did. And for some reason, when I opened my eyes, my head immediately looked straight up. I saw this black thing standing over my bed. I couldn't really see a lot, but I had a feeling it was there. It was really tall. Its head was probably touching the ceiling. I heard my brother call me again, but I couldn't look away from that thing. Even if I tried, I couldn't move. My brother walked in and I didn't see it anymore. It just vanished into thin air. After that, I would never go to sleep until someone was sleeping with me. There was also a time where I was sleeping with my brother in his room. He had a bunk bed. He had the top while my other brother had the bottom bunk. But he wasn't there due to work, so I was sleeping in the bottom. My brother, L, wanted to sleep on his bed, but I made him sleep at the bottom one with me. We soon fell asleep, but later in the night we both woke up to see the black, tall figure. We didn't see the head, just the body, and it was a bit further than last time. We both couldn't move and instead watched the figure. Soon it disappeared, and my brother didn't let me sleep with him anymore. Thanks for reading. I really enjoy your content. You're my favorite storyteller. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, afternoon. Well, thank you, Ivy. That's really creepy, and it kind of sounds like the thing might be attached to you if it is appearing when you're there. So maybe look into that if it continues to bother you. But it sounds like the last time you saw it, it went further away. So I feel like you're managing to keep it at bay. So I won't worry too much about it. Although super spooky. Adam, thanks for the super chat. That would be Indian rupees. Thanks for that. Thanks for the clarification. I don't know symbols for things. Nate, I'm going to do all I can to get Mephistopheles at my party or the Creative Magic. Whatever payment they take will be worth it. Okay. Let's see. We got time for another short one. This one. Okay. This one has no title, but we'll see. Hey, Sapphire. My name is Sarah, and I've been watching your show since I was a little kid. I've had my own experiences of weird psychic predictions that came true and a slight connection with the other world that I'll never forget. I know for a fact that no one will believe me when I say this or talk about these incidents. I doubt I'd believe them myself. So my first incident of the touch of the other world was when I was in 8th grade. It was recess, and me and my then friend went out to stretch our legs and just take a small stroll. I remember getting out of the classroom and seeing my friend walk ahead of me. I tried to follow her, but her steps got faster and more reckless. I called out to her, but she didn't respond and kept walking. A crowd of students started to walk in our direction, and it was almost as if she was walking through them. I don't know how to describe it, but I remember being weirded out by her behavior. Then all of a sudden, I jerked awake as if I had passed out or something. I looked around, and the hallway had emptied, and I see my friend in the exact opposite direction of where I had seen her before. I tried asking her what that was all about and why she was walking away, but she looked clueless and was like, "What are you talking about? I've been here this whole time. It was you who walked away." I was like, "What? You're joking, right?" After that incident, I got really sick for some reason, almost bedridden for a while. It wasn't until much later I learned about doppelgangers. And I feel like what I saw wasn't something from this world. And if I hadn't snapped out of my trance, I might have been dragged to the other side. And that gives me shivers till this very day. Another thing I noticed after the incident is that I had become more psychic. I'm not sure, but the things I said tend to come true with creepy accuracies. I'm not saying it was my first, but what used to happen rarely happened more often. I could feel and read vibes when something was about to take a turn or an event was about to happen. I could read people with more accuracy, even though I never spoke to them, and I somehow knew things about people that they never told anyone. And if I'd confront them about it, like, "Hey, is it true that blah, blah, blah?" their eyes would just go wide, and they'd be like, "How the F did you know that?" And that's actually funny to me. These abilities aren't all fun and jokes sometimes, though. My friends who have seen these predictions come true are like, "Hey, do you have a black tongue?" So here in India, having a black tongue signifies curse of a witch, or basically what you say comes true, regardless of whether it's good or bad. I found out about this a couple years ago when I randomly, while being with a friend, the same one from the doppelganger event, I mentioned that my grandma from my dad's side died that summer, even though she was alive and healthy. It was very weird, but what was even weirder was that next year, during my summer vacation, she died. This wasn't my only death prediction in the house, but I also predicted my great-grandfather's death last year. I basically saw it in my dream, and I had this very strong feeling that it was true and going to happen very soon. Looks like I had a lot to say, but sending you this email makes a huge burden off my chest, so thanks for hearing me out. Until next time, with love, Sarah. Whoa, Sarah. If you have the ability for things to come, I don't think that they're happening because you're saying it. I think that you're picking up on something that's going to be happening, you know? Sounds like she got a case of wearing AirPods. What? Wait, so she became more psychic by being ignored by her friend who was running to lunch faster than while she was wearing iPods, so she couldn't hear anything. I'm a little confused by that question. All right. It's time now, y'all, for our reading. Oh my gosh, I have to pee again. I feel like I pee so often. Anyone else feel that way? I'm like, what's my body trying to tell me something? Hang on. I don't even drink that much water. All right. 13. Oh, I love it. We got the druid. Oops, I can't see. Hold space. What is it? Hold the space. Oh, that's actually really cool. So, I think, unless I'm wrong, it looks like that tattoo on his arm is a snake. And mine on my left arm is also a snake. That's kind of a cool synchronicity. Druid. I think that one is about like not making any moves, just sort of going with the flow right now. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you're supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm like, this is speaking to me. You're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I really needed this. So thank you. Thank you. I don't know what this was, but thank you, cards. Thank you, guides. Yeah, I've just been feeling like a little funky lately, but I think this is a nice little reminder that, you know what, everything's working out as it's supposed to. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you had fun. Tomorrow I will be streaming again at 4 p.m. Pacific. That one's the vibe stream where I just read stories set to cool lo-fi music that my husband made. And I don't know if we might have finished the scary stories to tell in the dark. So if you have any suggestions, I might switch over to creepypastas now. But I love having the book. I want a book. So if you have suggestions, let me know. All right. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Ruby, WLW Rose, Juicy, Ash Orain, Angela Nguyen, Nate, Zizoinkers, Firefox, Yoru Hazu, Mr. Mysterious, Vintage Phone X. Good night. Have a great rest of your day and great rest of your week. And Demonizer133, if you missed the stream, that's all good. It goes right back onto my channel, so you can So you can just like watch it. It's, what do you call that? Replay? I don't know. It's syndicated? Okay. Adam Lombardo, thanks for the super chat. Oh yeah, thanks for all the super chats today. Oh my goodness. Y'all are crazy.